What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. Hopefully, the voice will hold up through the duration of this video. Between the last video and this video, kind of taking this channel back to its roots, I have another grab bag for you guys today. When this actually came in, I wasn't sure what it was because, as you can see, it has that eBay emblem there on the side of the box, and I could not remember ordering anything from eBay that would um, be this heavy or come in a box this size. I was not expecting this grab bag to get here already. It made it here just in a couple of days, and it was shipped medium mail. So I was very surprised that that's what this was because I'm still waiting on certain items that have been shipped here. They hit Memphis and just kind of disappear. My metalhead box for February is still not here. I have a Paragon Records order that was shipped out mid-February that just fell off the radar in Memphis about a month ago, and it's still not here either. So I was very surprised that this made it here this quickly. What I've got is a 25 CD grab bag from Deathgasm Records. Now, I have opened one of these on this channel before. It was about 2 years ago when I opened that last one, so I'm hoping that it's not all the same albums that I received last time. I was pretty impressed with the amount of stuff that I got. I guess with the quality of the stuff that I got last time. So I saw that they had these back available. It's 25 CDs for 50 bucks. Shipping in the US was I think around six, 7-ish dollars maybe after tax. It was right at 60 bucks for 25 CDs. That was a price point that I definitely wanted to give it another shot. So without further ado and causing any more extra strain on the voice, I've already been rambling for 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and just dive into this and let you guys see. Well, I guess we'll find out what I got together. The last time I got one of these, it was in one of the longer kind of boxes that kind of the ones that Relapse Records tends to pack their grab bags in. So that's another reason that this one kind of threw me for a loop. Seems to be packed up pretty well. From what I remember, last time that grab bag was packaged properly, and nothing arrived damaged or anything. We've got them wrapped in bubble wrap. There's all kinds of newspaper and ads, a little bit of everything used as packing material here, but I don't hear any rattling cases, which is always a plus, or broken teeth on the inside of the cases. So hopefully we've come out unscathed. And they look like they've done them in little separate. We got 4 stacks there. So all right, we're just gonna dive right into this. They kind of clean my mess up. Guess it's not the best way to do an unboxing, but this looks like it's going to be a messy one. Should not have put my knife away, and I don't. There it is. Okay, let's get it together. A little bit out of practice. I've done what, one video in well over a month, so just kind of bear with me. Maybe I can get this open without hitting the camera and making a mess. I'm really hoping that it's not all the same albums that I got last go round. If so, at least I'll have some VCLT material and possibly some giveaway or trade material as well. First up, this is a band that was in the last grab bag, but this is not the album that I received last time. I received a compilation kind of best of album from this band. This is um, Nominon. I've always called them Dominion, but I think it's actually pronounced like Nominon. This is Nominon with Chaos and the Flesh live. So we've got a live album to go with my compilation kind of best of album that I had. Pretty good death metal. Looking forward to checking this one out to see kind of how the live sound is for this release. And when I saw the spine or the back, I was thinking it was the album that I already owned. So always a plus when you have something that's new to the collection and not a duplicate. Next up, we have Nocturnal Sin with Nastier. I'm not familiar with Nocturnal Sin. This is on Allery Studio and Ablaze Productions. I'm not familiar with this band at all, so there may be a lot of that going on in this. But I'm always with these grab bags. I'm always excited to find some new to me stuff. So the fact that I'm not familiar with it is not a hindrance to me at all. Next up, we have Mortuous Calum with and I don't know if this is a split. It looks to be a split album with it's Mortis Calum and Winds of Malice. Looks like we have a little split release here. This was released on December's Ghost. And I'm not familiar with either one of those bands either. So it looks like I'm going to have a lot of new material for me. This is an album that I actually do already own, but I'm kind of surprised to see it in this. This is Malevolent Creation with Retrospective. This is kind of a best of. I wouldn't even call it a best of. Kind of a compilation of some of their material from the Crash Records years that the band was on. A pretty decent little album here, though. I think it even says on the inside the compilation songs are from the fourth album Eternal, fifth album In Cold Blood, sixth album The Fine Art of Murder, seventh album Envenomed, and the eighth album The Will to Kill. So I think that was kind of like their Crash Records years, and they put them on the compilation. It's a pretty decent comp though, so that's pretty. You know, somebody would appreciate getting that, I'm sure, even though I already own it. This one was actually in the last grab bag that I got from Deathgasm, and it's actually a pretty solid release. This is a King with forged by Satan's Doctrine, blackened death metal. I forget where this band comes from. It has completely left my brain, but this is a pretty solid release. I wasn't expecting a whole lot from it when I got it in the last grab bag, but after listening to this, it was actually one of the stronger albums that I received through the whole grab bag before. So that's another pretty solid one that I can pass along sometime in the future. Next up, we have Killing All the Posers. I can get behind that. That's funny. This looks to be a four-way split by Kill Again Records. It features Imperial Devastation, Deformity BR, Sangrina, and Purgatory. But there's the artwork for Killing All Posers, Killing All the Posers. So that's pretty funny. Not familiar with anyone on this, but it looks like it could be a fun time. So next up, we have Infinitum Obscure. This is a band that I do own a couple releases from. I do not own this particular release. This one is entitled Eternal Dark Force. They are a black metal project, kind of black and death metal project. I believe they're out of Italy. Don't put that in stone. I could be completely wrong, but in my head, I want to say they're out of Italy, but I don't know. Now that I'm almost like second guessing myself. It's like Italy, and then part of me says California, so I don't know. But Infinitum Obscure, just very dark, evil, kind of blackened, very heavy on the blackened end of blackened death metal. I'm going to try to get this one open without having to get the knife, but I don't think that's going to work. Hopefully the voice holds up. It's going to be a longer video. It's going to be kind of a test for me going forward. And I just broke the jewel case on that one trying to get it out of the package. So go me. We'll just start with the one that I broke. This is Entra El Campo de Batalla. That is not the band. That is the name of the album. I can't really read the name of the band. It's on Morbid Skull Records, but let's see. But I apologize. I can't read the band name from the logo, and I'm not seeing. Unless you guys, maybe one of you can kind of pick that up. I'm not. It's Etra El Campo de Batalla, but I don't know. I was hoping maybe that they would have the name of the band somewhere where I could actually read it, but they do not. So I don't know. If anyone knows that, then feel free to get back to me or jump in the comments and let me know what the band name is. I was hoping maybe it's a band out of Colombia, so even the band name may not be in English anyway. So I don't know. It looks interesting. Looks like it has some more of that black and death metal feel going on there. So something to look forward to, something new to check out. This is one that I also got. I think I got this one in the last grab bag that I did. This was a Deathgasm Records release. This is Quinta Essentia with Initiates of the Great Work. This one kind of leans a bit more to the black metal side of things. They have some albums with that lean, I guess, into the death metal realm a bit more. I think they were a bit more black metal leaning, if my memory is correct on that one. But it's a pretty solid release. Next up, we have Self Hate with At the Beginning, God Created Fear. This is a band I am not familiar with. Been quite a bit of that in this grab bag, but like I said, that's fine with me. This is a band out of Poland, apparently. Either the band's out of Poland or the label that they're a part of. They're on Self Made God. So I'm thinking the band themselves, Self Hate, is out of Poland because I don't think Self Made God Records is out of Poland. Next up, we have Signs of Dying with Desire is Suffering. Pretty interesting artwork on that one. There's a whole lot of stuff. This was on Deathgasm Records, but it was released back in 2001. There's quite a bit in this grab bag that I am not familiar with at all. That does not happen all that often. So kudos to Deathgasm for getting some stuff to me that I'm not familiar with, and quite a bit of this stuff that's not in the collection already. So that's also a plus because I was kind of scared that this was going to be all duplicate material. Next up, this is Organic Death Temple, and it looks to be a split, but at the same time it doesn't. Thronium. Oh, okay, it is Thronium. I had two different Thronium. All right, this is released through Deathgasm Records. I was not expecting a Thronium release through Deathgasm. I have at least one Thronium album in the collection already. I do not have this one, so I didn't even see that logo up in the corner. I just saw the little sigil over here on the side, and I was trying to make out the band name, and then the Thronium logo is right there. Thronium is one of those bands that the albums they're better than they kind of get credit for. A lot of their albums sit around in distros and stores and don't really move apparently because they're in a lot of grab bags and like Hell's Headbanger sales and that type stuff. And I don't really understand it because their material is a bit stronger than what they get credit for. This is one that I'm actually surprised to see and hear. This is VU Drock with Death Riff Society. I actually already own this one. I think this came in that big VCLT I opened. It's probably been a couple years ago now that Marty Worm sent me, and I absolutely love this. Just some nasty death metal, old sounding uh, death metal. kind of my heyday. I believe this band is out of Germany, if I if if I'm correct. But I was just listening to this. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw the picture not just too long, maybe a month or two ago. I had it posted up on there where I was kind of giving it a listen and going through and listening to it over again. Very good stuff there. So I think I know someone that will enjoy that one. Next up, we have some Sludgy Doom, off of Orchestrated Misery Records. This is actually a new CD. It came out last year. This is a Yellowtooth with the Burning Illusion. I featured this album on the channel before when I did the unboxing for that Orchestrated Misery Recordings package where I ordered this. Very good album. I do enjoy Yellowtooth. I own all of their full lengths, and that's some pretty good sludge. It has some stoner doom times going on in that as well, but I do enjoy that album. I think I got a Yellowtooth um, album in the last one of these that I did through Deathgasm. It wasn't that one, obviously, because it was 2 years ago when I did the opening. I think I actually got their debut album discussed, if I can if that's right. I've done so many grab bag videos; they all kind of run together in my head, but I'm pretty sure that I got discussed by Yellowtooth in that last Deathgasm Grab Bag. Part of me wishes I just already opened this and gone through and gotten familiarized with the with some of the material, because there is quite a bit in here that I'm just not that familiar with. Next up, this is the band, one of the bands that is on like 10,000 split CDs. They do splits with everybody. I always butcher their name. Gothicals, and then Satanic Malfunctions on a split here. So they're on splits with everybody, and they're always in grab bags. I've gotten, I know I've gotten some of their material through Relapse grab bags. I've gotten some through Horror, Pain, Gore, Death grab bags, and now you might as well. We got to throw Deathgasm grab bags in there as well. So I mean, they're a decent band. They just do splits with everybody. So the next album that I'm fixing to show, that I just by glancing down, it is very good. I do already own it, but I do enjoy this quite a bit. This was released through Blood Harvest and Morbid Skull. This is Anarchos with Invocation of Moribund Spirits. I believe this band is out of the Netherlands, if I remember correctly. Just good straightforward death metal. I went out of my way to purchase this not too terribly long ago, and I do enjoy it. So I've got a lot of stuff here that I can kind of pass along, kind of share the wealth with some others. Next up, we have Avenger with Fall of Devotion, Wrath, and Blasphemy. This is released through Deathgasm and Hell Sound. Not familiar with Avenger, but I am digging that artwork. That looks like something I could get into. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that probably this is going to be some sort of death metal, either death doom or death metal, straightforward death metal. This was released back in 2001, so I'm getting some like classic, some older stuff in this one, and that I'm not complaining about that at all. We've got a compilation here. This is Imperative Music Volume 13, the Global Metal Compilation. Um, it's just in this little. Sometimes I think it actually in the last one of these they threw a little compilation in as well. I have I know at least one Imperative Music um, compilation. I may have got it through Deathgasm in that grab bag, but it is not this particular um, compilation here. I'm not familiar with a lot of these bands on that, so that will be a way for me to find some new stuff. Like I need it, like I need to find more new stuff and try to fill these shelves even more. They're already bursting at the seams. Next up, this is a very fun album, brutal death metal. I actually already own this one as well. This I think I actually received this one through a Metalhead box at one point. It was released on CDN Records. This is Blastomycosis with Covered in Flies and Afterbirth. That's just some gnarly looking artwork there, and the album, the music on the album goes right along with that artwork. It is quite enjoyable. I am happy, even though I do own some of these albums that I'm getting. I'm happy that the actual albums within the grab bag are not just the same albums that I purchased last time. So even though I do already own some of these, it's not because I got them in the last grab bag. So I'm glad that they're uh, putting new stuff in the grab bag, so you're not just rehashing the same material over and over. Next up, we've got some black metal. This is obviously some black metal. This is a disjecta with, it's probably pronounced dishecta, with a Da Mormarella Lapide Umbrati. Yeah, I don't even know what language that is. I don't know where this is from. Trying to get a little glimpse there, but that is obviously without a doubt black metal. Looks like it's going to be leaning to the raw side of things. Looks like it might be a tough listen at first. It's one of those that I'm going to have to just kind of immerse myself in and and make myself truly appreciate it. But that artwork is great. That's awesome. Next up, we have Embodiment with Words Like Violence. This was released on Immune Records. I don't see a date on it, and it looks to be okay, 2006. So there's quite a bit of stuff that's been out for a while in this grab bag. Not real familiar with this one as well, but at this point it just kind of, that seems the theme for the video. So I got one more stack and we can wrap this one up. I'm thankful that my voice is holding up. It's been a bit of a struggle. Anytime that I have to talk for any prolonged period, like when I'm at work during the day, it seems fine, and then by the time I get home and the night is closing in, it just goes. Next up, we have Firth of Damnation with Carpe Diem, 2008 on Kandarian Demon Productions. So that looks to be very blackened, at least in theme. Could be some of that blistering death metal, that kind of that occult themed death metal as well. I'm gonna say it looks to me it has that a very blackened feel to it. Probably blackened death metal if I was just to have to guess. I'm not familiar with this one either. I was hoping maybe to have some clues on the inside, but I guess we're just gonna have to pop it in and find out the old-fashioned way. Next up, this is one that I got it in the last grab bag, and I actually already owned it before when I got it in the last grab bag. This is Gabulian with Blood Now Flows. Pretty good death metal. It leans into that like gory, brutal death metal um, area as well. I like this album here a lot better than I think it was their previous that came out before. This one came out in 2003. This one's, fairly decent. They had one that was just absolutely awful, but I dig this one. This one is not bad. So next up, very interesting artwork on this one. This is Gore Trade with Mistaken Conception, released on Brutalized Records in 2010. But I kind of like that artwork. I'm digging that. I don't know how well it's coming up on the camera, but not familiar with this one. Go figure. That's kind of the theme for this video. So I do apologize for not not being very informative in this particular video. They are out of Colombia apparently, so we've got some more South American, probably death metal. I'd be willing to kind of go out on a limb there and say that that's going to be death metal. Next up, we have Hortus Anime with Funeral Nation 2012. So I'm assuming this was probably released into the. It was released in 2012 on Thrash Corner Records. Oh, Hortus Anime. If it's the band that I think it is, they're kind of a black metal. They've got this kind of gothy black metal feel going on. If it doesn't kind of come off that way looking at that cover, but I'm thinking, if, I don't know, my brain's not working well today, but if it is who I'm thinking it is, and in my head I'm thinking it is, it's kind of this gothy, blackened. Uh, that I guess black metal is a bit of a stretch, but they identify I think as black metal, but I don't know. If that's who it is, I know the artwork and stuff is throwing me off. It is 2 disc. Um, yeah, disc one is the Blow of Furious Winds, and disc two is the Melting Idols Waltzing Mephisto. So it looks like it has maybe like a compilation of some of their other albums or something going on in that. So next up we have Hyperion with Through Centuries, and this was also released on Deathgasm Records back in 2005. I'm wanting to say this is kind of thrashy death metal. It seems like I either I own this or I've almost owned it. I don't know. I guess I could turn around and find it if I needed to, but that artwork just screams familiarity to me. So if I don't have this, I have checked it out at some time in the past. For some reason in my mind, I'm just saying thrashy death metal from what I remember. So that one I could potentially have in the collection, but I honestly don't remember. So that's one I have to just check. And then we have some a decent black metal album to end it off here. This one is kind of a surprise to see in this, but it is a fantastic release. This is I Shall Become with Wanderings, and this was released on Moribund Records, and it was reissued in 2021. So stoked to have that one in the collection. I have some I Shall Become in the collection, but I don't think I have this one at all. So excited to have this one in the collection now. This one was kind of the last CD surprise. I was very surprised to see that one in here. All in all, I think it's a pretty decent haul. I have some new stuff that I'm excited to listen to, and some stuff that I can pass out and kind of spread the wealth and let some other people listen to some new material as well. So that's all I've got for today. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me, especially in the absence and my kind of slow getting back into the videos. I appreciate you guys being patient with me, and we're going to continue to knock these out. I have a ton of stuff that I need to show. It's just getting around to doing it is is always a challenge, but I do have some things that I want to show, some things that I told some people I would show and review on this channel. So there's more videos coming. I do promise that they're on the way. Until then, you guys stay classy, stay metal. I will see you soon, and yeah, just thank you so much.